I welcome you all to the Crypto Singh Show, and my name is Gunpreet Singh, and we talk about Bitcoin, NFT, Metaverse, everything on this show every single day. What's happening with the Bitcoin pricing, and where are we heading to, and what's the next move? Well, everything in today's show. So before we move on, please do like, share, and subscribe. Well, we've been predicting it exactly as it's the market is going the way we've been predicting, and I personally feel that we're still on a bearish tone, and having a closing on a Sunday below the support is something that is not really nice. So we have a resistance and we haven't been able to break that resistance. Now we're below that, and I'm more bearish on it because you've had a weekly close which is bearish. So what are the targets? The targets are somewhere around 13 to 14,000 is where we are heading to, because there's not much of support we have right now. So saying that, those are the targets we're looking at. But at the same time, what's happening with the Bitcoin markets and the crypto space in general? Well, after the FTX going down and Solana really, I did warn you about Solana that they had a huge holding of Solana and it did come down. Now, you see, the regulations are important. I do agree. A lot of people have been saying, look, the regulations would come in. How are we gonna, how would that bring the market down if the institutions are gonna get into it? Well, I'll tell you something, that regulations will come. Now, what has happened is a lot of these cryptos have actually hyped, and hype means what? A lot of these people from Silicon Valley, they've actually made the token, put the equity into it, raised the prices for it, and then they've bought it themselves. So what will the regulations do is they're going to scrutinize all of these things. This is not, FTT is not just about FTT token going down. It's about the entire crypto space, what's happening behind it. And I have a feeling this is very close to the .com bubble we saw, because this is one of the biggest exchanges that has come down. I think so many people have lost so much money into it. And I think it's like that .com bubble, which I did speak about 4-5 months back in one of my shows. I did even give you a comparison between Amazon chart and how this crypto space is going about. And I exactly said that this is where we are, because I think how the .com bubble had come is where the crypto bubble should come, because there's enough junk in the market right now. And it's still there. So the regulations, what happens is when the regulations come in, they're going to scrutinize, they're going to audit all these things, and then they're going to realize, look, there's nothing to it. So what will happen is the junk will get washed out. But in that washing out, you're going to see so many people losing their money out. But eventually that makes a clean space for the institutions to enter. So personally, what will happen is that the regulations would come in, they're going to scrutinize, and then eventually you're going to have a clean space for the institutions to enter. Now, when the institutions enter, I do believe that they will enter into Bitcoin, probably the simplest thing, because institutions don't look for 100% to 100% returns. What they look is for a stable return, and stable return would be Bitcoin, and that would be the most stable coin in a volatile market. So eventually Bitcoin will take off. And if you want the Bitcoin to reach crazy figures, 100,000 or 200,000, then you need these regulations. And I think this is where, if there was one catalyst thing that would have happened to the crypto industry to get the regulations, would be FTT from my point of view. So with FTX going down, now I personally believe is so the name of the FTX exchange guy is actually Sam Bankman-Fried. Now it's SBF. So what I call is I would call it Scam Bank Free. So I would call it SBF, which is, we don't want scam, we don't want banks, we want it free of scam and banks. That's what crypto is. So I would believe that this is the way forward. And what will happen eventually is, with regulations coming in, which I think are very soon now. But what did this implicate to our market? We are in a long-term bear market. I think this is going to sustain for about 3 to 4 months now, because with this much, institutions won't put money. They're going to be like, look, people who had put money, now the exchanges have come down. This has really, I don't think this. I think there's going to be liquidity crunch. I don't think people are going to put liquidity that easy into it. Of course, I have been again and again saying that the whole purpose of a Bitcoin is decentralized world. Now, if we are going to a centralized exchange, it just kills the whole purpose. But saying that, I do believe a lot of these things are planned. And if there's a competition between Binance and all these exchanges, I don't know. But I can assure you that so many of these things are planned. And eventually when you lose liquidity is when these things start coming out. Also, what happens is it just about FTT or FTX going down? No, because it is about they had invested in so many other projects. And all of those projects won't be able to take off. So you have to realize that the liquidity crunch is big, and it's not their money that they've lost. It's about it was the third largest exchange. It was everyone's money into it which has been lost. So A, the money has been lost. B, the trust has been lost. C, the regulations have become most important at this time. So I think all of these things, to frame it will take time, and we'll be under the bearish pressure for now. Now, I did say 15,000, and even when it was 22,000, it went to 17, then went to 22, and everyone said, look, bottom is in. I mean, you see any YouTube channel, be it anyone, they said it's done, we're done with the bottom, there's not going to be a bottom. I think I did say that we're still, there is more to it in terms of bottom, because I think it's like the .com bubble that I'm seeing. So I think that is where we are. So it is a bubble that is going to be bursted, and always remember, before the bubble, after the bubble is when the regulations would come up. So if you think the regulations are going to come up, then this is the bubble that we are in. It's not the .com bubble, but it's the crypto bubble that we're in. And I think with FTT coming down, FTX coming down, this bubble has bursted, and now it's the time to really see what's happening. Because in my common sense, I'm not looking at the charts are bearish, of course. In general, about the sense of the market, you have Ukraine, you have all the wars going on, you have a catalyst movement like FTX coming down, you have liquidity crunch, you would think that the institutions are entering. So I don't know what we are thinking. If we're thinking really bullish about the Bitcoin market now, I think it would not really be something that I would think is a smart move. But you could start DCing in. I mean, 14,000, 13,000. I mean, my target would be somewhere around, I personally believe that they would, if this is a .com bubble, then we're going to 8,000. You've heard it right. Then we're definitely going to somewhere near to 8,000. Now, do I think it's going to happen in near future? I don't know. The biggest resistance support would be around 12, 13,000 actually. That is where we really need to see, and you could just buy in, like you could start buying Ethereum at 900, 700, and then 600. So you could do that kind of a dollar cost averaging and start buying Ethereum around that price. 16,000, 14,000, 12,000, 10,000, 8,000 is Bitcoin, but that's what it is. So we might see another 50% from here. Now the probability is that if we might see 50%, should we buy in now or should we wait for 50%? Look, those 50% is a probability. You don't know if that's going to come, if 8,000 is going to come. So I would suggest keep buying in now. This is the time to buy in, and I recommend buying in. And some coins or some trends I've been talking about since a long time has been decentralized social media. Now I also think that the decentralized exchanges would really take the hype, and they would start really as soon as Bitcoin bounces. I think they're going to be like the 100x or 200x coins. Now, which are these coins? I will take out an entire list on it, and maybe next or this week I will take out that list and tell you what all coins you can actually start DCing in for 100x or 200x or 500x kind of return. So that is a small update from what's happening in the Bitcoin market and what's going on. So if you're liking the content, please do like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned with us. Signing off, Gunpreet Singh from the Crypto Singh Show. Take care. Bye bye.